Hello everyone. In the previous video we learned that how we can display the reader table in our post table, right? So now the time is to display our website on our home page. Now let's visit our page. So let me remove this one, and here I'm going to whenever I'm going to load the slash URL, so I want to open my website index page. So here let me remove no, I'm not going to remove this because I'm going to display this with the controller of website controller. So I'm going to create the PHP artisan make controller controller, and this would be a website controller. You can add this into the directory of website where you can reside your all of the website controller, but I'm going to create this in the main directory of controllers because I want to place all the controller which don't have where I'm going to create all of the main controller for the website here. So I don't need this home controller, so I'm going to delete this home controller which comes with the Laravel UI package. Okay, so now we have this website controller, and I want to open a website with this one. So first I need to add this like this get, and in the get I'm going to open this slash, and in the slash here I want to call the website controller, and I want to open the here you can say that open, or you can say that home. Okay, and then you can name whatever you like. So I'm going to call this home page or main. Just go to the controller and create this home method. So public function home. Okay, and in the home I want to open the in the home I want to open a view of why it's not suggesting me. Okay, so here I want to basically website.blog.index. So now let's get refresh and check that our blog is there or not. And yes, our website blog page is there, right? So here I want to display all of my blog with an image with the title, and we don't have any author, and these things we will remove them, and we also want to display the date of this one. So there is also option to open into the next page. So first now let's load all of the post here. So here I'm going to display I'm going to call the post, right? And here I'm going to grab only those posts which are published. I don't want to display the draft post. So here I'm going to call the where is publish equal 0 or 1, but I'm going to show you one more thing, that we don't store this 0 or 1. Why? Because whenever someone new developer work on this project after few months, or even you can also work this on the same project after 3 months, 5th month, or a year. So you don't know that what is the status of, what is the meaning of 1 and what is the meaning of 0 or 3, right? So how to remember them properly? So for this you need to create your constant, and the constant represent that what's the value of 0 and why we are using this out. So if you don't know, so let's first understand it with the implementation. So let's go to the post model. I'm going to the post one because our post having the status of publish and draft, which containing the 0 and 1 in the database. So let me go to the post model, not model, it's a table. And here we have created that 0 and 1. So now your question arises that we can create the string table and we can store this published or draft directly, so we don't need to perform these operation. Yes, you are right, I'm doing this for improving our performance, because integer performance is higher than string, so that's why I use this here an integer, and then I'm calling this integer. So it's whenever we are implementing this on different places, so this will boost our performance. Okay, so here I always add the constant at the top, so you can add the public, and remember you need to create these constant public because you are going to access them into the controller and some other stuff which are not extending this model. So here public, and then you need to define the constant, right? You need to define the const, and then you need to name this. So first I want to make this publish. Okay, published. Most of the time these constant having the first letter capital, that's why I name this published. So you can it's totally upon you, you can do whatever you like. So here I'm going to define the value of this constant, so I want to display this 1. So I'm also going to create one more constant, const, okay, and here I'm going to call this draft, okay, 1. So it means that now I assign this publish 1 value, so it means that publish contain 1 and draft contain 0, right? And if I go to the controller where I'm defining that where is publish equal 1, instead of this I'm going to call this first model, because you don't know how to call the constant, so you need to first define the model and then resolutioner operator, and then you need to define the constant name. I define the model, okay, and then you need to define your resolutioner operator, then you need to call the published like this. So basically it's going to return the value of this publish, which is 1. So if you are confused, I'm going to display it here. So now it's going to, I'm basically DDing this out, so let's go here, and it's going to return us 0, not 0, 1. Wait for a moment, and it's opening the post. Oh, we are in the wrong page, so let's get refresh and take eye on this one, and it says syntax error because it's our second line is not completed, so we need to comment this out and refresh it again. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, now displaying 1, right? So if you call this draft here, so it's going to display the value of 0. It's going to display the value 0 because it's contain the 0 value, right? So hope you get an idea that why we are going to use this. Basically we are using this for the readability of our code. So whenever we are came after 6 months, so we know that post having the publish, and whenever we click on this publish, so it will instantly go to this publish, and we can check that what's the value of this one. So this is the best practices to follow these type of conventions. So here I'm going to get all the post which having the publish, and I'm going to pass them here. So post, I'm going to do this with a little speed because we took a lot of time. So here now this post variable is available here, right? So we need only let me go now, give it a refresh. We need only one post, and we are going to loop through this one post, right? So we have a lot of posts, so I'm going to just I'm going to use this post template, and I'm going to remove these below ones, right? So let me search this thing here, this one, and I'm going to remove this post. Let me search this, it's contain the post content. The first one, this section contain this one, and this post contain the page wrapper, and this contain the post media. How to wear this post media, post column 8 row, basically the page wrapper. I think page wrapper, no, not page wrapper. Let me confirm it. It would be post grid and post. It would be maybe not container, it would be a row. No, row is also not. Okay, so LG8, it's ending here. So basically it is playing latest post also in this section here. Also don't want to remove these one, so I need to remove them carefully because these are added to in the 8 divs, 8 columns, not divs. Okay, let's go to the top, and here in the 8 column I need to check that where it's ending this column, and then I'm going to remove these posts. Weird stuff. So this one contain an image, how to wear contain this one, and this one contain the merge, and this one is contain the post content again, and lorem ipsum, and after this lorem ipsum we have a button of continue reading, and this one contain this post, and I want to remove other post, this post, this post, and this post, this post, this one, and yes, we have a navbar which show that previous next. So let's go down, displaying this previous next. I'm going to also remove this. I'm not going to remove this one, I'm going to use this. Okay, and then I need this. Let's save this one and give it a refresh and check that we have only one post. Okay, we have one post with the pagination, and that's it. We need this thing, right? So I took a lot of time to verify that how many posts are there and how to remove them other, right? Because we need to properly look into the system. This contain 8 columns, so I need to, if I miss any of the divs, its design is not going to work. So that's why I look it carefully. So here I'm going to display my post image, right? And first let's display the post image. So what's the image? So its image is this one. So I'm going to remove this image, and here I'm going to call my. So now before this I want to tell you one more thing. Before this, whenever this contain the row, no, or contain this post, right? So we need this to let me align it properly. We need to loop through into this post because we want to display the multiple post here. Let me align it properly. Okay, this one is displaying like this. I'm pressing the tab button. Okay, so let's cut this out post and display this into the for each loop where we are going to display all of our post. So for each, and here I'm going to call the posts, right? And here you need to pass a single object of post, and then inside the post you need to display it here, right? Why? It will loop through all of the posts. First it's going to display the first post image, and then second and third, like this. So here I'm going to remove this image, and then I'm going to call the post, and then I'm going to call the its gallery, and then call its image, right? So here we also don't need to mention our image path. Why? Because we set this use on the gallery model as a accessor, right? So we don't need to mention this out. That is the beauty of this, using this through the mutator. Now let's get refresh and check that how our images look like. And yes, it's not displaying out here anywhere, because I think it's not we don't have any post, that's why it's displaying like this one. Because whenever we created our first post, it's containing the draft and we are just viewing the only published post. So let's create a new post which contain the public status. Here I'm going to define the PHP post, then I'm going to choose its fashion PHP. I added this in the fashion category, so forget me about this. This you can say that would be a mistake. CDL, and here I'm going to type PHP 8. Submit this. Okay, it's now submitted, and if I go here and give it a refresh, so now it's going to reload our PHP post, which status is public, right? Let's wait, and yes, it's displaying our image here. And first let's fix the image width and height. So basically it's contain the image let me style this, how many width is going to work. So I think the width would be the around 400 px, or let me mention this in the percentage, 70%. Let's get refresh. Okay, it's displaying nice because we have the image which contain the height and width properly. That's why we need to add the images which have only the width is higher than height, so then this will look more prettier. But anyway, our images looking good. So here we need to display our title, right? So now let's go here and remove this stuff from there. Okay, and call this post, and this post containing a title. And let's also remove this one, because whenever someone is clicking on this, it's going to redirect on this web page. Now let's review it here. Okay, so now displaying the PHP post, right? So we need to remove these three ones, but I'm going to display the fashion is a category. I want to display its category, and I also want to display its date, right? So first let me remove this admin like this, and here I'm going to display the date with the first day, and then March written like this, and then its year. So how you can write like this one. So now let's call the mustache sign, and here if I go here and visit and call the created at, whenever we are creating our post, it's going to display the it's going to store our created at time. It's mean that it's going to store our server time, right? So now it's displaying 2022 and like this, but I don't want to display this like this. So I want to display this in a form of, first I want to display the day and then its date and stuff like that. So here there is a PHP native helper which is date. Here I'm going to first display the day, then I want to display the month, right? I want to display the month name. So if you don't want to display the month name, you want to display this in the integer, so you need to press letter smaller m. But if you want to display it's March, January, February like this, so you want to display this as m, and then you need to press year, so it will display the year in the integer form. And here you need to type str2 time, because you need to convert this into the time object. Then you need to add your post, and then you need to add its created at time, right? Created at like this. So let me verify its time, and yes, it's good. So now let's get refresh. It's not going to display the time, it's going to just display the date, and yes, it's displaying 19 it's going to display the 19 August 2022 and today is the 19 date. And if you want to display remove these ones, so you can add simple spaces between them, so then it will behave like without hyphen. Okay, you can also display the slash and it's on you, and yes, it's displaying the date. And here I want to display the categories, right? So now let's go here and remove this. So we have one post only contain one category, so that's why I'm going to remove this. Like it's going to display these three ones, whiteboard, travel, and like this. So let me remove this one, this travel, and the last one would be the lifestyle. So here I want to display the post category, so I'm going to call the post and then category model and then its name. Save this one and it's going to display us the post category. Okay guys, I'm very tired because I'm shooting it from the morning, and yes, it's displaying the category. And let's also remove its link, right? Remove this link because we don't want to redirect our user. And whenever user is going to click on this reading post, it's going to open a new page, and then it's going to display all of the information into the new page. So our video size is going bigger, so I will cover this in the next video. But before this, if you like this video, please share your feedback and also share my videos with the friends. So if you want to support me, so I will try to shoot more videos like this. So I will meet you in the next one. Bye bye guys.